Hey everybody, welcome. I'm at sunny California, here in Beverly Hills, doing my thing, helping you guys out with your singing. Just going to turn my monitors up a little bit. Okay, so as I promised, we'll take on the #1 singer in Billboard this year, or this week, excuse me. We're going to keep this weekly so that we can keep up. Now, any of you who saw last week, guess what? It's the same artist. So we'll stick with #1, even if it's the same artist. And, these are always fun for me. I love actually looking at these things. Hi, Tara. Excuse me, Tara. It's good to see you. Be sure and ask questions. I can kind of see what's going on the left here as far as comments and things. But anyway, we're going to do what I do, which is take apart what is really making an artist great. As a technical vocal teacher, I can tell you that it is not technical vocal training that is doing it. That is not really helping people that much. It's not hurting them, except for in some cases, but in general, it's not what makes a star famous. Quite often when you hear a star has a vocal coach, including me, quite often it's an emergency situation and we're taking care of their voice so they get back on tour. And then sometimes it is retraining, and those are the ones, of course, that we like the most, but some of them are not. Anyway, let's get back to this. So here's the procedure. And I will put in the comments here how you can get a hold of my program so that, hold on here, I've got to type just for a second, so that you can learn how to do this yourself. I usually try to get this done. There it is. Okay. Ahead of time, but I blew it. All right. So there, I'm copying that. Copy that. Okay. Close that. And go back to you guys. Okay. I'm here and I can see you. All right. So let's take a look at how this works. What you really need to do is listen carefully. That's the #1 thing that people miss, is the listening. So we're taking Drake's song, God's Plan. And, sometimes some people might say he's not a singer. Well, I'd have to disagree. He is a singer. He's also an incredible rapper. And the reason I would say I would disagree, oh, hi, Annabelle. The reason I say I disagree that he's not a singer is because, hey, he's providing melody and he's using words and he's making us feel something that apparently a lot of people want to feel. So let's be positive. Let's learn from everyone. Let's not be negative about it. I can't stop anybody from doing that, but it's not my suggestion. It's not the way I try to live my musical career. So the first thing you do, and with this kind of a section, I don't think we need to slow it down. But you know what? I'll do it anyway. I'm just going to slow it down just a little bit, because quite often when we're listening to an artist, we're being entertained by them, and we're not really learning what we need to know. So I'm just going to slow it down by 10%, and that'll give us just a little bit more information than if we listen to it the original tempo. And here's the mistake that you all make. You start singing along too soon. So I've got the lyrics here, and I did the yeah, they wishing, wishing, and wishing, and wishing, they wishing on me last week. So I'm moving on to the next section, which is I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. And I can't remember if it goes on longer than that, but that's what we'll start with. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. So if you've listened to this song, it's kind of like he just wants to be left alone. And so it's important to know that, because it affects the tone of his voice and affects the reason that he does what he does and says what he says, and how he says it is really, really important. I mean, wow. If you don't know how you're saying it, then you're not really saying anything. So let me show you what usually happens here. I have never sung this song. So let me show you how the mistake happens right away here. Okay, loop playing.
Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me.
Okay, so obviously that's bad, because I don't even know what I'm doing. So if I continue that, and I'm going to turn him down a little bit. If I continue that, it's not going to get worse, but let me show you what happens as I continue to practice that way. Here's loop play.
Yeah.
I've been moving calm, don't trust trouble with me.
Yeah.
I've been moving calm, start no trouble with me. Okay, so
Yeah.
my point is that's enough embarrassment on my side. The point is that I'm not really hearing what he's doing. Why am I not hearing what he's doing? Because I'm singing along. Okay, so the real trick here is to take one phrase at a time, like I'm doing here, and put it in loop play. Slow it down to make sure that we can hear all of the various inflections and so forth. And I'll help you with that. I'll point out some of them. And let's just listen. Let's listen maybe 5 times. If you were actually going to want to master what he does, then maybe you should listen 20 times. But for today, we'll just listen 5. So here we go, listening 5 times.
Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me.
Okay, good. By the way, would someone say if the sound is good? Is there distortions? Things too loud? Or they're not loud enough? And I'll watch the comments here. And I'm checking on. Hi, Mario. Checking to see the people who are tuning in. Okay. All right. Well, I guess everything's okay because nobody's saying anything. Either that or it takes longer than I think it should. All right. So one of the things you notice about rap / singing, and both is kind of going on here, is it's very rhythm specific. Because people like to dance to this. They like to feel that. It's just like the music is very tight. Da, 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 da. So his vocal is very tight. Da, 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 da. Now, does that mean he has no expression or no feel? Absolutely not. But it does mean that in this style of music, you should pay attention to that. It's very, very important that it's tight. Da, 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 da. Now, that's the real basic. Now, the things you want to start listening for are much more complicated. So now I'm actually going to slow this down a little bit more. I'm going to undo the gain, do the tempo, undo the import. No, don't undo that. Okay, so here we go. We're slowing it down a little bit more. Can't remember how much I slowed it down last time, but it's quite a bit. Okay, backspace. Let's go 30%. So we're slowing it down by 30%. Now that we've done that, we'll be able to hear more details. So we're going to go back into loop play here and listen 5 times. Check it out.
Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah.
Just close your eyes and listen.
I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me.
One more time.
Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me.
Okay, now, one of the things about Facebook, I can't play these things too many times because then it becomes a copyright infringement. The thing is, though, so you know that this is legal, what we're doing is this is education. So we're not sharing this as music.